InDesign is a little bit different in that you have to go to export, or you can choose a pre-made PDF. If you're sending it to a press, make sure it's the highest quality. Press quality is the highest quality you can get. If you're just sending an email proof to someone, you'll want it to be a small file size because a PDF, especially with a lot of images, large images, can get very, very big very quickly. I'll use one that one of the students in the other class did for this one. So he created a variety of different PDFs. So here's the front of his postcard, you got the back of the postcard, magazine ads and the poster ads, everything else, all saved as separate PDFs. Here's one way you can, first of all, reduce the size of a PDF that you're working on. If you want to find the how big an image is or how big a file is, select the file and you can either control click on it and go to Get Info, or you can press Command I and it'll do the same thing, I for info. It'll bring up this dialog box and you can see at the very top right hand side it's 7.8 megabytes. Pretty good size. Let's try one of his, let's try the poster itself. Poster is a lot bigger, so this one's 50 megabytes. 50 megabytes is great for sending something to a printer, but it's awful for sending something over the email. Especially if you want to upload it to Moodle. Let's see if we can get this file size down to something even smaller. To do this, we are going to use Acrobat Pro. Now this comes with the Adobe software. This isn't the Acrobat Reader that, there it is. Adobe Acrobat Reader that allows you to open PDFs and read a PDF. The Pro version allows you to edit and change PDFs. So I'm going to open this one up. I'll open up the poster, the 50 megabyte poster, drag it into Acrobat Pro. Everything will look pretty much the same as it does as the Acrobat Reader, but with this one you get a few more bells and whistles that allow you to change stuff up. First of all, I can go to my page thumbnails and see a little thumbnail of it. But to reduce a file size, you can go to File, down to Save As, and there's a reduced file size. What this is going to do is, first of all, I ask you, are you sure you want to retain the existing one? Just always choose Retain Existing. When you say OK, it's going to go through and look at all of your images and downgrade them from, if they're 300 dpi to 72 dpi. Or if there's a lot of information that's not being printed, it'll get rid of all that extra metadata that's not being printed. So I'll change this to number 2. We'll do Save. Let's give it just a second to work through. And usually you won't see visually too much of a change in the image. And let's see, we'll say OK. But you will see a change in the file size. So the information for this one and the information for this one, here's the new one. It's less than a megabyte, and this one is 50 megabytes. So which one do you think would be easier to send through an email? Downsampled one, that one. So if you're having trouble sending something to somebody and you have an Acrobat Pro, this is the best way to save something as a smaller file size. It's just a great, easy way of doing it. If you want to combine all of your files together, there's a couple of things you can do using Acrobat Pro. But here's the easiest one. You can go to File and Create. Let's see, File, Create. Combine files into a single PDF. So we'll open this one up. And this is what you could do in case you wanted to make the front of your postcard and the back of your postcard, they're on 2 separate PDFs. Drag them into here, and when you hit Combine File, it'll put them together in one PDF. So here's our little thumbnails, page 1 and page 2. I can then save this file as, the postcard combined. I can reduce the file size and be able to send it off that way very, very quickly. If you have a bunch of different pages that you've done in several different file types, you can combine JPEGs all together, you can combine PDFs, or I think even Word documents can all be put together into one PDF all at once. This is also a great way if you need to meet with a client and they want to see your portfolio. And if you get into a habit of saving images that you've created, especially JPEGs, throw them all together into one PDF. And then you can send that one PDF as a digital portfolio to whoever you're working on just by combining it from there. If you do want to remove files, let's see, or remove pages. We'll open this up in Acrobat. You can open up the page thumbnails, and with this one, you can click and drag and change up the paging sequence. So in this case, I wanted the front to be the first one, back to be the second one. Or to delete it, it's simply a matter of selecting the page, pressing delete. It'll ask you, are you sure you want to do that? Say okay, and that page is deleted. The main thing to remember from this is you can't do this from just the regular Acrobat Reader. If you tried to open up, let's open up this file in Acrobat Reader and show you. You're just not going to have that same level of editing stuff. For instance, I can't drag this down, I can't delete a page, can't do anything with it in order to edit the PDF once it's been made. So when you upload these and you find that the file sizes are too big, downsample it just by going to File. There's not even a reduced file size for this one. File and Save As or Reduced File, and then upload that file to Moodle or to the email and send it off that way. All good?